friend to the company, come join me in the rhyme, and lift up your glasses in chorus with mine, and lift up your glasses, all grief to contain, for we may or might never all meet here again. Thank you very much. We have some Irishmen, some Celts here tonight. Oh, come on, if there's Celts here, I want to hear you more than that. Good. I know it's not St. Patrick's Day, but we'll pretend it is. And we like to do some of the songs we do in our list you're going to recognize, I hope. And if you do, then by all means sing. If you feel moved to clap your hands, and do so. People who sing and dance outlive people who do not.
Well, actually, it's my theory you may not live longer, but it certainly seems longer when you do that stuff.
We're going to start with an old Irish war song and a jig. This would be Carlo, Follow Me Up to Carlo, and the Skyman's Jig. Lift me Corrick on your face, you're brooding over the old disgrace that Black Fitzwilliam stormed your place and drove you to the fern. Grace and victory was sure as soon as a firebrand he'd secured, until he met a Glenmalure with Fiecken who will burn. And Carson swell of Kildare, Feck will do what Feck will dare, and Paul Fitzwilliam have a car, for fallen is your star low. Up with halberd, on with sword, on we go, for by the Lord Fieck McHugh's given the word. Follow me up to Carlo. See the swords at Glenamel, they're flashing o'er the English pale. All the soldiers of the gale beneath Oberyn's banners, rooster of a fighting stock, would you let a Saxon cock crow out upon an Irish rock, piping teaching manners? Carson swell or Kildare, Fieck will do what Feck will dare, old Fitzwilliam have a care, for Paulin is your star low. Up with halberd, on with sword, on we go, for by the Lord Fieck McHugh's given the word. And follow me up to Carlo. And to Clermont, there flows a stream of Saxon gore, our great is Rory Agamore, and St. Aldous the Hayes, Gray is sick and Lane is fled. Now for Black Fitzwilliam's head, we'll send it over driven red to Liza and her ladies. Carson swell, Lord Kildare, Fieck will do what Feck will dare, old Fitzwilliam have a care, for Paulin is your star low. Up with halberd, on with sword, on we go, for by the Lord Fieck McHugh's given his word. And follow me up to Carlo, and follow me up to Carlo. Thank you.
Michael, can I have a little more drum?
Oh, thank you. All right, a rebel song, a highwayman's song. A song I first heard on The Quiet Man.
More clues than that. I can't see as far as the set list.
That would be the Wild Colonial Boy.
Thank
there.
you.
It's one of those middle-aged moments.
Yeah, I never wear my glasses, vanity and all that. So we have set lists down here. I can't read them.
We'd have to have them in giant print.
Braille.
Get you a teleprompter. Oh, come along, me hearties, and we'll roam these mountains high. Together we will plunder, and together we will die. We'll wander o'er the valleys, and we'll gallop over plains, and we'll scorn to live in slavery, bound down by their iron chains. And there was a wild colonial boy, Jack Duggan was his name, and he was born and bred in old Ireland near a place called Castlemaine. But he was his father's only boy, his mother's pride and joy, and the parents of their darling did that wild colonial boy. At the early age of 16 years, he left his parents' home. He was transported to Australian sunny shores. He was to roam, but he robbed the lordly squatters, and their flocks he did destroy. A terror to Australia was that wild colonial boy, and for 2 long years this daring youth ran on his wild career. He had a heart that knew no danger, and their justice he did not fear. And he struck the Beechworth coach up, and he robbed Judge McElvoy, who was trembling when he gave his gold up to that wild colonial boy. Well, Jack bade that judge good morning, and he told him to beware. He said, I never robbed no honest judge what acted on the square. Oh, but you have robbed my mother of her son and her only joy, and you breed a race of outlaws like us wild colonial boys. One morning on the prairie, young Jack took and rode along. He was whistling to the mockingbird, singing that cheerful song. Well, up rode a band of troopers, Kelly, Davis, and Fitzroy. They had all set out to capture him, that wild colonial boy. Oh, surrender now, Jack Tucken, for you can see that it's 3 to 1. And you must surrender in the Queen's high name, or you're her plundering son. And Jack drew his pistols from his belt, and he proudly waved them high. He said, I'll fight, and I'll not surrender, cried that wild colonial boy. Jack fired a point at Kelly, and he brought him to the ground. And he loosed a ball at Davis, who fell right dead at the sound. But the bullet that pierced Jack's proud young heart from the pistol of Fitzroy. And that's the way that you capture us, we wild colonial boys. So under now, me hearties, and we'll roam these mountains high. I said together that we will plunder, and together we will die. We'll wander o'er the valleys, and we'll gallop over plains, and we'll scorn to live in slavery, bound down by their iron chains. Thank you.
to Australia because they wanted to go. They weren't transported. This is a song about people who did just that. It's called Far Away in Australia. It was written by Derek Warfield of a band known as the Wolf Tones, who were together, I don't know, 30 years, for a long time. Just recently, I think, disbanded. And we like this song because, unlike a lot of songs about leaving home in the Celtic and tradition, this one has a more hopeful cast to it.
I bid you a fond farewell. I will return one day. I'm bound for the new land, my fortune to try, and I'm ready to sail away. Far away in Australia, soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl left behind. No, you can't leave me, this poor maiden said. I will not let you go. But I must leave you, he gently replied. It's only a while, you know. Far away in Australia, soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. Now in success or in failure, I will always be true, and proudly each day in that land far away, I'll be building a home for you. Far away in Australia, soon will they be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. Daily I'd wait by the old cabin gate, watching the whole day through, till one day a message from over the sea, and I'm hoping these words are true. Far away in Australia, now has come the time, and I am ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. Far away in Australia, now has come the time, and I am ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind.
Well, I'm going to try a little bit of an experiment. I've had a really bad cold all week, and I'm going to try and sing a song, and this one is called Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears, and it's a contemporary tune from Ireland, and it was written by Brendan Graham, and it tells of the opening of Ellis Island and the 17 million people that went through until it was closed in 1943. And the first customer at Ellis Island was a 15-year-old girl from Ireland by the name of Annie Moore. So this is Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears. On the first day of January 1892,
Ellis Island and let the people through. First one o'er the threshold of that isle of hope and tears was Annie Moore from my land, all of 15 years. Isle of hope, isle of tears, isle of freedom, isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again, and the isle of home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past and history, and dreams for the future in land of liberty. And courage was the passport, 'cause the whole world disappeared. There's no future living in the past when you're only 15 years. Isle of hope, isle of tears, isle of freedom, isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again, and the isle of home is always on your mind. They closed down Ellis Island in 1943 after 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. And in the springtime when I went there and stepped onto the pier, I thought of how it must have been to be only 15 years. Isle of hope, isle of tears, isle of freedom, isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again, but the isle of home is always on your mind. Isle of hope, isle of tears, isle of freedom, isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again, and the isle of home is always on your mind.
Thank you.
Michael truly does get extra credit for singing that. He's got this horrible cold. He called me up this morning. Well, I didn't even know it was him at first. I get this call from this deep, gravelly, husky voice. Hi, how are you? I thought I was getting like some kind of harassing call or something.
She was
The
hoping
voice,
anyway.
Yeah, really. The voice was bad enough. You know. What would we be doing?
We would be doing the McDermott polkas.
Well, I had a very good friend that passed away a couple of years ago. He was born in the village of Elphin in Roscommon County in Ireland. He taught me a lot of tunes, and we're going to play some of the polkas that I learned from Tommy, and we call them the McDermott set. The first is called the Sea Captain, and then Sword Column Keel, St. Column Keel, and the last are the Ballydesmond polkas.
Thank you.
Well, after the First World War, There were many of Irish men of Irish heritage, Irish birth, that fought in the British Army during the First World War. And at the end of their service in the war, went home to Ireland thinking that they should apply their knowledge of weaponry to gaining freedom for Ireland. And they rose up and formed a citizen army. And the British, however, had veterans of their own and sent over in black shirts and tan pants a group of very aggressive auxiliaries called the Black and Tans. And they put down the Irish with such force that even the moderate Irish, and the Republicans, if you will, decided to join the cause of freedom. And just a few short years later, the Free State was created. This is that we might remember those ugly buggers, the Black and Tans. Attaboy, Michael. Ready?
I was born in the Dublin street when the Lord was coming to beat, and them steel-clad English boots they marched all over us. And every single night when we all would come home tight, he'd invite the neighbors out with this chorus. Come on, you like and hands, cause I will fight me like a man. Show you right for you when your medals down in Flanders. Show how the IRA made you run like hell away on the green and lovely lands of Kinisha. Frightened and poor natives to the marrow. Come on, you black and tans, out and fight me like a man. Show you what way when your medals down in Flanders. Show how the IRA made you run like hell away on the green and lovely lanes of Kinishandra. Come and tell us loud and well how you slandered great Parnell, and you made him well and truly persecuted. Where are the cheers and jeers that you loudly let us hear when our heroes of 16 were executed? Oh, come out, you black and tans, out and fight me like a man. Show you what way when your medals down in Flanders. Show how the IRA made you run like hell away on the green and lovely lanes of Kinishandra. Will soon be here at last, when the North and South will again belong to Erin. And once John Bull is gone, we will all join in the song, and the trumpets of freedom they'll be blaring. And come on, you black and hands, out and fight me like a man. Say like pray when your medals down in Flanders. Show how the IRA made you run like hell away on the green and the lovely lanes of Kinishandra. Oh, come on, you black and hands, out and fight me like a man. Thank you. Thank you.
Here's a couple of pieces with the same name. Sally Gardens. We have a song and a tune, dance tune after that. The song has kind of a pedigree. The words are written by Yeats, and the tune is actually has the tune with no words. It's just called "The Maids of Mourne Shore." And the Sally Gardens part, imagine, if you will, Sally they think maybe is a word that is derived from a sort of a willow in Gaelic. The word for willow in Gaelic, it's kind of a bushy thing that hangs around riverbanks and stuff. So read Sally Gardens, think of a riverbank. Okay.
It was down by the Sally Gardens, my love and I did meet. She passed by the Sally Gardens with little snow white feet. She bid me take love easy as the leaves grow on the tree. But I, being young and foolish, with her did not agree. In a field down by the river, my love and I did stand, and upon my leaning shoulders she laid her snow white hand. She bid me take life easy as the grass grows on the weed. But I was young and foolish, and with her did not agree. Was down by the Sally Gardens, my love and I did meet. She passed by the Sally Gardens with little snow white feet. She bid me take love easy as the leaves grow on the tree. But I, being young and foolish, with her did not agree.
Here's a song we're going to do that I wrote a couple of years back. It's actually been requested a couple times on National Public Radio's folk music show. Tells of the Iron Brigade from Wisconsin, and there was also a regiment from Indiana in the early days, and how influential they were during the Civil War. Some 60% of the Wisconsin boys that were in the Iron Brigade lost their lives. On the Battle of Gettysburg, I think about 50% of those on the field of battle that day gave up their lives for the battalion against a whole corps of Confederates, holding them off a bit for a few hours in the morning so the Union forces could gain the high ground at Gettysburg. If it hadn't been for their sacrifice, it probably would have turned out quite differently. So this is the Iron Brigade. 1861, I remember it well. Alex Randall rang Roddy on his bell. And boys, you must assemble and answer the call, for if not, we're surely bound for hell. From Madison, Milwaukee, Racine, and La Crosse, they came from the factories and the fields to stand tall together as the second volunteers fight hard and never to yield. We are the Iron Brigade, the Iron Brigade, and we'll fight for the red, white, and blue. We are the Iron Brigade, the Iron Brigade, we'll stand fast till the battle is through. Those Sauk and Juneau boys, soon they did enlist and form up the fighting mighty 6th. To Camp Randall they came, each and every man with Malloy in charge leading their van. Those Indiana boys, the 19th Volunteers, were formed up in long coats of blue to fill out our brigade from the nation's great Northwest, all fighting men proud and true. We are the Iron Brigade, the Iron Brigade, and we'll fight for the red, white, and blue. We are the Iron Brigade, the Iron Brigade, we'll stand fast till the battle is through. John Gibbons said, now boys, these forge caps won't do. These black hardy hats will get us seen. And he taught us how, with courage and pluck, to be the best fighting men there's ever been. And at Bronner Farm and Old Manassas too, we showed Johnny Reb just what they knew. We stood just like iron at South Mountain too, and them Georgia boys didn't know what they should do. We are the Iron Brigade, the Iron Brigade, and we'll fight for the red, white, and blue. We are the Iron Brigade, the Iron Brigade, we'll stand fast till the battle is through. At Gettysburg town one day in July, John Reynolds led us into the fray. We poured hot lead on them boys from Tennessee. Them rebs had to turn tail and flee. There's few of us now, this cruel war is done. Many mothers mourn for his son. But our Iron Brigade will soon heed the call if ever there's a battle to be won. We are the Iron Brigade, the Iron Brigade, and we'll fight for the red, white, and blue. We are the Iron Brigade, the Iron Brigade, we'll stand fast till the battle is through. We are the Iron Brigade, the Iron Brigade, and we'll fight for the red, white, and blue. We are the Iron Brigade, the Iron Brigade, we'll stand fast till the battle is through. Thank you. This next tune that we're going to do is called The Copper Kettle, and I heard it first probably about 35 years or so on a Bob Dylan album, and I think he swiped it from the mountains of East Tennessee or Eastern Kentucky, where in the late 1800s, or late 1700s rather, there was a mighty battle taking place between the residents and the federal government who wanted to tax whiskey of all things.
The devils.
So all you have to do is find a nice quiet spot in the woods, far from the revenuers of course, lean back and let the fire work and watch them jugs fill.
And it would not be water you'd be getting out of those jugs. There's a lot of love songs in Irish music. There's a lot of love songs about whiskey in Irish music. No coincidence there.
My daddy, he made whiskey. His daddy, he did too. We ain't paid no whiskey tax since 1792. We just lay there by the junipers while the moon is bright and watch them jugs a filling in the pale moonlight. Get you a copper kettle, get you a copper coil, cover with new Maine corn mash, and nevermore you'll toil. You just lay there by the junipers while the moon is bright and watch them jugs a filling in the pale build your fire with hickory, hickory, ash, and oak. Use no green nor rotten wood, they'll get you by the smoke. As you lay there by the junipers while the moon is bright and watch them jugs a filling in the pale moonlight. Oh, you just lay there by the junipers while the moon is bright and watch them jugs a filling in the pale moonlight. Thank you.
A lot of the songs in this type of music are about leaving home. And some people can leave home and not look back, and other people try to do that, but this fellow, for instance, in this song, when he goes to sleep at night, he finds himself back home. And I can tell that it's starting to become kind of a problem for him. But I really like this song. It's a very pretty song. It's called Spancel Hill.
Are you needing to tune that, love?
Yeah. Although, to be fair, you will notice at the end he does wake up in California, so it's like, how bad can it be, really? We're not talking about being in Toledo or something. You know,
They do have sun
it could
in
be
California.
so much worse.
While she's tuning that wee string there, I might as well take this opportunity to introduce us. The gentleman in the outstanding facial decoration there, that would be Mr. Pat Rowe. Next to him is Michael O'Doran. That's Ms. Linda Wendt. Frank Medina. That's Beth Johnson. And I'm Charlie Johnson. Thank you. All right.
That very large gentleman at the back of the room is Michael Birch. He's our excellent sound engineer.
You have those strings under control now, love. That a girl. Okay. Spancel Hill.
Last night when I was dreaming and thinking of the days gone by, with me mind being bent on rambling, to Ireland I did fly. Then I dreamt I was on a steamer, and I followed where she will. And when next we came to anchor, 'twas across from Spancel Hill. And it being the 23rd of June, and the day before the fair, when all of Ireland's sons and their daughters in great numbers gathered there, and all the young and the old and the brave and the bold come with duties to fulfill at the parish church of Clooney, half a mile from Spancel Hill. And then I went to see me neighbors, just to see what they might say. And the old ones, they were dead and gone, and the young ones had heads full of grey. And then I met with the tailor Quigley, and he's a rogue as ever still, as when he used to make me breeches when I lived at Spancel Hill. Then I paid a flying visit to me first and me only love. Oh, she's gentle as the lily, and she's white just like the dove. When she threw her arms around me, saying, Charlie, I love you still. Oh, she's yet the farmer's daughter, she's the pride of Spancel Hill.
like 1,000 times before. And when my rooster he crowed in the morning, though we crowed both loud and shrill, then I woke up in California, many miles from my Spanson Hill.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, off the west coast of Ireland, there's a little island called Inisheer. It's out a bit from Galway Bay, and this is an Irish air. Air is a slow piece that you don't dance to. It's for listening, and we're going to play that for you now. Frank's going to do a little piece in the middle, kind of show his virtuosity on the fiddle, and this is Inisheer. It's a measure of virtue.
know how they say when you're doing athletics, it's very important to take in a sufficient level of fluids. There's no athletic endeavor quite so true as that as when you're singing Irish and Scottish music. You must take in much fluids. So we're going to play one more tune, take a very brief break to buttress ourselves, and then we will come back and play another set for you folks. And this is going to be sort of an old American song that Michael taught us from one of the bands he grew up with.
And after the song, we're going to play a couple of reels that I wrote a couple of years back for two of my children. The first one is called Casey's Trip to Dublin. It's a reel and commemorates Casey having the opportunity to spend the entire summer of 1999 in Dublin with his girlfriend. Must have been a really hard time for him. Yeah, and the second one is for my lovely 17-year-old daughter. Just turned 17, the 21st of March. It's called Meg's Rambles.
Now, the alert listener will notice that the first one, Casey's Trip to Dublin, isn't a sort of a sad minor key plaintive. It's reflecting Michael's viewing of the visa bill when the bills came back from Casey's trip to Dublin.
I know you're going to know the chorus on this one. You old fogies like me will anyway. Some people say I'm a no count, others say I'm no good. I'm just a natural born traveling man, doing what I think I should. Oh yeah, doing what I think I should. And I don't give a damn about your greenback dollars, and I spend them fast as I can. Said, hey son, travel how you will and grow to be a man. Sing what must be sung, oh yeah, and sing what must be sung. And I don't give a damn about your greenback dollars, and spend them fast as I can. Violin song and a good guitar, it's the only thing that I understand. Now the time a grown man, I travel here and there. I've learned that bottle of Bushmills in the sun, the only things that ever care, oh yeah, the only things that ever care. And I don't give a damn
you, folks. There's some recordings and tapes in the lobby if you'd like them, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. Here's an old piece of mouth music made very famous by a gentleman named Tommy Makem, and a couple of old whistle tunes, one called The Kitchen Girl and one called The Bear Dance.
Not yet, I'm still plugging things in here, don't rush me.
She wants to know what the Cubs are doing.
Yeah, we should explain these actually. It's not that we're all hard of hearing. These are actually little monitors so that we can hear what we're doing without big floor monitors. It's not that we really have hearing aids, although that's probably coming soon.
Fire when ready. I'm a jolly beggar, man, a beggar I have been for 80 years in the little land of green. I'm known from the fairway down to Sigew, where I'm called by the name of the old Johnny Doo. Now of all the jobs going, sure no begging is the best, for when the man is tired he'll just sit down and rest. He begs for his supper when he's nothing left to do except to slip around the corner with his own rinkadoo. Diddly-di-da-doodle-di-da-dee-da-di-dum, diddly-doo-di-di-dum, diddly-di-doodle-di-da-dee-dum, diddly-di-doodle-di-da-dee-da-dee-dum, diddly-di-doodle-di-da-dee-dum. I stop in the barn way down by Currabon, and a wet night came on, so I stopped until the dawn. Holes in the roof with the rain pouring through, and the rats and the cats, well, they were playing peekaboo. Who should have wakened but the woman of the house with her nice buttered apron and her calico blouse? She began to worry when I said, "Oh, but don't be afraid because it's only Johnny Doo." And diddly-di-doodle-di-da-dee-da-dee-dum, diddly-doo-di-dee-da-dee-dum, diddly-di-doodle-di-da-dee-da-dee-dum, diddly-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum. I slept in the barn way down by Currabon, and a wet night came on, so I slept until the dawn. Holes in the roof with the rain pouring through, and the rats and the cats, they were playing peekaboo. The collar and the tie, and a nice young couple I would match by and by. Be married in the spring, and we'll have a pint to do, and a nice young couple I would make out of you. Now over the fields and me back, over the hills and the grey nappy sack. Holes in me shoes and me toes peeking through, singing skimmel-deedle-deedle. Now I'm old Johnny Doo, and I must be going to bed now, for it's getting late at night. Fire's all rigged, so out goes the light. Now you've heard the story, me old rinkadoo, so goodbye. God be with you, said old Johnny Doo. Thank you.
But I say we quite often don't have Pat Rowe drumming with us, and it's kind of cool when he does because he really like wails on that quite fast, and it's fun to play it that fast. But I find myself like mentally reviewing the steps for CPR in case Charlie keels over from spitting the words out that quickly. Extra credit to Charles over there.
Soon. Soon.
We're going to do a working man song next. I suppose working women too. And there's a company in Great Britain called McAlpin's, a large construction company. And many of the poor Irish lad goes over to work for the company during the construction season. Of course, they get all the rotten jobs, like carrying the mortar up 12 flights of stairs, that kind of thing, or mucking out the hole down on the bottom. So this is McAlpin's Fusiliers. And it was down the glen come McAlpine's men, with the shovels slung behind them. And it was in the pond that they ate their sup, and out on the spike you'll find them. They swam in blood and they washed down the mud with pints and quarts of beer. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I stripped to the skin with a darky fin, way out besides the Isle of Man. Oh, when horse-faced O'Toole, hell, you know the rules. There's no money if you stop for the rain. And McAlpin's God, well, it's a well-filled hod. You've got your shoulders cut to ribbons, scored and seared. Oh, and to hell with the he that looks for tea with McAlpine's Fusiliers. I remember the day that Bear O'Shea, he fell into the concrete stairs. What Horseface said when he heard the news, it wasn't what the rich call prayers. I'm in now, the short ones is one retort that ever did reach my ears. And when the going is rough, you must be tough with McAlpine's Fusiliers. And I worked till the sweat nearly had me bed, with Russians and Czechs and Poles, out on the Shudrin jams, or out on their hydro dams, or underneath the Thames in a hole. Oh, we sweated hard till we got our cards, with many the gangers' fists across their ears. And if you value your life, you won't shine by Christ with McAlpine's Fusiliers. And it was down the glen come McAlpine's men, with their shovels slung behind them. And it was in the pond and they ate their sup, and out on the spike you'll find them. They swam in blood and they washed down the mud with pints and quarts of beer. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fusiliers. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fusiliers. Thank you. We're going to do a couple of sea tunes next. The first is called The Mermaid, and then one we're going to do right after that is called Haul Away Joe.
Now, The Mermaid is a strange song. Everybody dies. They have a hell of a good time while they're doing it, and I want to know who wrote the song. So, are you ready?
He's nearly ready. There we go.
Well, it was Friday morn when we set sail, and we were not far from the land. And our captain, he spied a mermaid so fair, with a comb in a glass in her hand. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. And up spoke the cook of our gallant ship, and a fine old man was he. Oh, a fishy mermaid was she, told me of our doom. Now we'll make to the bottom of the sea, and the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. And up spoke the first mate of our gallant ship, and a fine young man was he. Oh, I have a wife down in Salem by the sea, and tonight it's how winner she will be. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. And up spoke the cabin boy of our gallant ship, and a fine little fellow was he. Oh, I care much more for my fine pots and my pans than I do for the scurvy like of thee. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. She sank to the bottom of the sea, and the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds they blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below, and oh, and the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds they blow, we poor sailors are skipping at the top. Lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below.
Thank you.
And when I was a little boy, so me mother told me, and way all the way, we'll haul the way, Joe. And if I did not kiss the girls, me lips would all go moldy to me way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. And way, haul away, the good ship now is rolling, and way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. King Louis was the king of France before the revolution, and way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. And then he got his head cut off, spoiled his constitution, and way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. And way, haul away, we'll haul for better weather, and way, we'll haul away, Joe. And first I had a Yankee girl, she was fat and lazy, and way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. But then I got an Irish girl, damn near drove me crazy, and way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. And way, haul away, we'll haul for better weather, and way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. And way, haul away, we'll haul away together, and way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
She flew. Thank you.
Well, we had a request to to do this one. It's called The Fields of Athenry.
Should be C-ish, correct?
It would be D-ish.
D-ish.
D would be my choice. We're voting on what key we play it in here. I say D. Who says key of D? Yeah! Oh shoot, you don't have a C harmonica?
Nope.
Oh darn. I can transpose quick maybe.
All right, let's do it. Do it in C then.
I'll think fast.
That's more than I can do.
By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl crying, and Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, that the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies anchored in the bay, and low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the way, we had dreams and songs to sing, but it's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man crying. Now nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. From the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they pulled me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity, and low small free birds fly, they fly. Our love was on the way, we had dreams and songs to sing, but it's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Harbour wall, she watched those last stars fall, as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. But she will think and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay, and it's so lonely round the fields of Athenry, and low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. They fly. Our love was on the way, we had dreams and songs to sing, when it's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Thank you.
Nice job.
Times like that make me wish they made flute capos, I've got to tell you.
Well, the Fenians, who were a Irish revolutionary group in the middle of the 19th century, had a newspaper, like a lot of revolutionary groups, called the Irish People. And in this newspaper, besides the usual essays that they had, political essays, they liked to put poetry in between to give a more emotional take on some of their political stands. One poem like this was called "The Wind That Shakes the Barley." And we'd like to do that for you now as a song. And to that, we've added one of the oldest Irish clan marches, which is called Brian Boru's.
He sat within a valley green, he sat there with his true love. His fond heart strove to choose between the old love and the new love. The old for her, the new that made him think on Ireland dearly. While soft the wind blew down the glade and shook the golden barley. 'Twas hard the mournful words to frame and break the ties that bound them, but harder still to bear the shame of foreign chains around them. And so he said, the mountain glen I'll seek at morning early, and join the bold united men while soft wind shook the barley. 'Twas sad he kissed away her tears, her fond arms around him clinging, when to his ears the fateful shot came out, the wildwood ringing. The bullet pierced his true love's side in life's young spring so early, and there upon his breast she died, while soft wind shook barley. He bore her to some mountain stream, and many the summer blossom he placed with branches soft and green about her gore-stained bosom. He knelt and kissed her clay-cold corpse, and rushed o'er vale and valley, his vengeance on the foe to wreak, while soft wind shook the barley. 'Twas blood for blood without remorse, he took at Ullart Hollow. He laid his true love's clay-cold corpse where his full soon would follow. Round her grave he wanders drear, noon, night, and morning early, with an aching heart whene'er he hears the soft wind shake the barley.
Thank you. Flanagan's.
Oh, okay.
These would be jigs. Flanagan's Ball, the Swallowtail, and Merrily Kissed the Quaker.
I want to ask you what Merrily Kissed the Quaker's Wife was all about, but that's the title of the last piece here.
I don't know, most Quakers I've known, you wouldn't be too merry if you were kissing their wife.
Oh, the guy on the oats package is pretty jolly.
We're going to do a drinking song from Scotland. Imagine us all,
Imagine that.
imagine us all in the tavern, and well, I'm the wealthy landlord that happened to come in,
So he's buying.
and I'm buying for everyone, and I'm freely sharing my wealth with everyone in the room, and we're all having a good time and thinking about how we're going to live our days.
Just don't go thinking that's going to buy your way into our good side.
Oh, my name is Jock Stewart. I'm a canny young man, and a roving young fellow I've been.
So be. Uh-oh.
I just realized I didn't have my guitar turned on.
Probably
That's why Mike was giving me those wild
Oh,
looks
that's
back
those-
You'll like it better if you can hear the guitar too. I'm just guessing.
It's live
there.
theater.
Is it?
That's better.
Oh, my name is Jock Stewart.
That's much better.
I'm a canny young man, and a roving young fellow I've been. So be easy and free, oh, when you're drinking with me. I'm a man you want to meet every day. I've got acres of land and an at command, and I've always a shilling to spare. And be easy and free, oh, when you're drinking with me. I'm a man you want to meet every day. So I'll take out my dogs, with my gun I will shoot all around the hills of Kildare, and be easy and free. Oh, when you're drinking with me, I'm a man you want to meet every day. And I'm a pipe of a tray, and a roving young blade, and there's many the tune I will play, and be easy and free. Oh, when you're drinking with me, I'm a man you want to meet every day. So fill up your glass with whiskey and wine. Whatever the cost I will pay, and be easy and free. When you're drinking with me, I'm a man you want to meet every day. So let's catch well the minutes and the hours that fly. Together we'll cherish this day, and be easy and free. When you're drinking with me, I'm a man you won't meet every day. Oh, my name is Jock Stewart. I'm a canny young man, and a old young fellow I've been. And be easy and free. When you're drinking with me, I'm a man you won't meet every day. Yeah.
I got to tell you, pipes are like my dream come true. It's finally the one thing I've found where I never, ever have to stop making sound. It's like, yes, you know.
You folks ever been to Irish Fest, any of you? Good, good. That's a good sign. Irish Fest is the biggest Irish music party in the world. It happens every August down in Milwaukee at the lakefront in the Summerfest grounds. It is a really nice hoolie. And our friend Pat was down at Irish Fest 3-4 years ago. He was talking to a buddy of his, and they were watching an elderly woman kind of dancing around with herself. Pat's friend said she looked like she was mad. Now, Pat, being a good Irishman, looked at her and said, that woman is not mad. That woman is simply dancing with her dreams. He then went home and wrote this next song, which we put on our second CD, and we're very fond of it. So it is my pleasure to play Dances with Her Dreams for you this evening. Down from the stage to the crowd, and each person makes it their own. Oh, the sounds of the voices, flutes and the drums, and the Ellen pipe's melancholic drone. An old woman is lost in the flow of the tune. She looks crazy, or so she might seem. If you watch for a while, you will soon understand that she's dancing with her dreams. A handsome young lad from some time long ago, she spins with him here round and round. Oh, and the melodies that spark and determine the when and determine the where. And she once was a beauty with hair like a raven, and her kiss, oh, it was warm as the sunbeam. Now her lad's long departed, the old woman's broken-hearted, left only to dance with her dreams. The music takes her back to some time, but then only now and again. No, and the flaw is the police with the melodies that spark and determine the where and the when. And the old woman cries, it brings tears to her eyes, and they flow down her face now in streams. But accepting notion, she continues in motion, only to dance with her dreams. Down from the stage to the crowd, and each person makes it their own. Oh, the sounds of the fiddles, the flutes and the drums are the Ellen pipe's melancholic drone. And we all can get lost in the flow of the tunes. We'll look crazy, or so we might seem, but if you listen for a while, you might soon find yourself dancing with your dreams. And if you listen for a while, you might soon find yourself Nice work, Pat. Thank you, folks.
Now, I should tell you that whenever I get a little nervous and stage frighty about playing, usually what I do is I take a deep breath and say to myself, relax, the guys who wrote all these things you're playing are dead. So I've got to tell you, it really ups the ante having the person who wrote something sitting right on the stage. It's like, oh dear, no pressure now, oh no, you know.
He's a pretty nice guy, though.
One of the leaders of the 1916 Rising in Ireland. Really, when you look at it in retrospect, it was successful, although at the time it didn't seem so, was James Connolly. He was a labor leader in Dublin. And after a few days of futile fighting around the General Post Office, all the walls falling down around them, they surrendered. And James Connolly was very, very fearfully wounded. So the British tied him up in a chair and shot him because he couldn't stand. So this is for James Connolly. A large crowd had gathered outside of Kilmainham, with their heads all uncovered. They knelt on the ground, for inside that imprisonment was a bold Irish hero, his life for his country about to lay down. He went to his death like a true son of Ireland, the firing party he bravely faced as the orders rang out. Present! Arms and fire! James Connolly fell into a very made grave. The black flag was hoisted, that cruel deed was over, and gone was the man who loved Ireland so well. There was many the sad heart in Dublin that morning when they murdered James Connolly, the Irishman. The four courts of Dublin, the British bombarded, the spirit of freedom they tried hard to quell, but above all the din came the cry, no surrender! It was the voice of James Connolly, the Irish rebel. Many years have gone by since that Easter rebellion, when the guns of Britannia so loudly did speak, and the bold IRA marched shoulder to shoulder as the blood from their bodies flowed down Sackville Street. God's curse, it's on New England, you cruel-hearted mobster, your deeds, they would shame all the devils in hell. And there's no love for you, but the shamrock's still growing on the grave of James Connolly, the Irish rebel.
Here's a tune written by Robert Burns. It's kind of maybe one of the first anti-war song. It's called "You Jacobites by Name." A Jacobite would be a follower of James. And to it, we have surgically grafted a hoppin' tune that's called "The Gravel Walks." And Pat is surgically altering his drum. The goat is unhappy. How about a quick joke? You like a quick joke?
No.
No?
No quick joke.
Hey, it's a quick one. These two Irishmen, they left a bar. Hey, that could happen.
Don't encourage him.
I have a very, very short one. Last Sunday, of course, was St. Patrick's Day, and I asked my wife if she had something green to wear, and she looked askance at me, and she said, "Well, I suppose I could wear that old wedding band you gave me."
Okay, it's tuned, right? We're ready to go. Please, Pat.
Ready? How's that goat?
Somebody sounds like these things sound so much better when you tune. You ready? You Jacobites by name, and the near, and the near. You Jacobites by name, and the near. You Jacobites by name, your faults I would proclaim, and your doctrine I unlay. Now ye shall hear, and ye shall hear. Your doctrine I unlay, now ye shall hear. What is right or what is wrong? By the law, by the law. What is right or what is wrong? Now by the law. What is right or what is wrong? The short sword or the long? Or the weak arm or the strong? With which to draw, with which to draw? Or the weak arm or the strong? With which to draw? How you Jacobites by name, and the near, and the near. You Jacobites by name, and the near. You Jacobites by name, your faults I would proclaim, and your doctrine I unlay. Now ye shall hear, and ye shall hear. Your doctrine I unlay, now ye shall hear. What makes heroic strife? Famed afar, famed afar. What makes heroic strife? It's famed afar. And what makes heroic strife? To wed the assassin's knife, or wreck a parent's life with bloody war, with bloody war, or wreck a parent's life with bloody war. Oh, you Jacobites by name, and the near, and the near. You Jacobites by name, and the near. You Jacobites by name, your faults I would proclaim, and your doctrine I unlay. Now ye shall hear, and ye shall hear. Your doctrine I unlay. Now ye shall hear.
the state, and leave each man alone out to the state. If you leave each man alone, adore the rising sun, and leave each man alone out to his fate and to his fate, and leave each man alone out to his fate. Oh, you Jacobites by name, and the near, and the near, you Jacobites by name, and the near, you Jacobites by name, your faults I would proclaim, and your doctrine I would lay. Now ye shall hear, and ye shall hear, your doctrine I would lay. Now ye shall hear, you Jacobites by name, and the near, you Jacobites.